Well, this ain't good. Nice little crack there. It happens when the tires get old. These tires are 13 years old. Man, they have been around the block, but it's time to change them. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tigner Adventures. My name's David, and today we are going to go get some new tires. We took a chance driving on this from Yuma to here. This actually happened when we drove it from Wisconsin to here. I mean, we kind of checked the tires. Maybe we didn't check them really close, so maybe that's been there for a while. But anyway, it was that way when we got to Yuma, so we've kind of been living on borrowed time here, and blowouts are something that you really don't want to have. So we are going to go get new tires today. We are in Quartzsite, Arizona, and we're going to go to the Pilot. It's called Southern Tire Mart. It's at least that's what I think the name is. Oh, yep, Southern Tire Mart. I've got a quote right here for 6 new tires. So we're gonna get those put on today. This came originally with 255/80 Michelin tires. That's a 22.5 rim, and the ones that are on there now are 275/70s, and they're all different brands. They started off as Firestone and everything, I think, or Goodyear. This one's Firestone. I think there's a Goodyear on the other side. So it's a mix of different tires. We're going to switch them all out for Toyo. Everyone seems to really love the Toyos. So we're going to switch those out. And interesting enough, 265, so a Michelin 255/80 converts to theoretically to a 265/70 Toyo. But I have called the different Southern Tire Marts. I've called a couple other tire shops. I've called Love's. No one carries 265 Toyos in this area, anywhere around here. Phoenix, California. And so then it's like, okay, well, do you got 275s? Nope, we don't carry 275s. The only size that is really available for Toyos is a 255/70. So we are going to be converting this to 255/70. Now what that means is the 70 is still the same circumference theoretically. Not really. I don't understand this, but I did find a tire calculator thing. They say that a Michelin 255/80 is an oddball size that Michelin was making, and to convert that to other sizes like a Toyo, that 265 is pretty close to it. So nothing matches Michelin unless you go with Michelin, and they did that because they wanted people to stick with Michelin. However, Michelin lost a lot of business over that, and so now they're switching them to standard sizes just like everybody else to kind of match. But I've heard some things that I didn't like about Michelin, and so we're going to go with Toyo. I heard a lot of good stuff about Toyo, and so we're going to switch to that. And so that's why we got to convert, and they say it converts to a 265/70. The 265 is the width of the tire, and so going from 265 to 255, our width is going to change by a 1/4 inch. So it's going to be a 1/4 inch skinnier than the other way. But according to all the tire places around here, and I called in Yuma and in Phoenix, everyone says everybody carries 255 size tires. That's what the standard truckers use. So all the tire shops and everything has 255 in stock. They don't even have to order them. So if you break down on the road, it's better to have a 255 or need a 255 because people can accommodate you. So we're gonna go with the 255, and it's just a fraction smaller. I checked the size charts, and it didn't even make that much difference in the mileage. I think it's like a mile an hour. Like our speedometer will say we're going a mile faster than we really are, and that's not even worth dealing with. So anyway, so we're going to get this unit started and head over to Tire Mart here in Quartzsite. They had a really good price, and they're pretty much the same price anywhere, so that's why we're going to do this. So it doesn't matter whether we get them in Yuma or here, so we're going to get it done here so we can be safe.
heard you want to leave this place where we grew up. This old town, just put it all behind. Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide when we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. You miss the ones you know. I'll be here, hanging on, waiting for your call. Seems like time as a wave passing by, leave a mark in our minds to turn to memories. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. Hey, I was hoping you would stay, but I've always known you would go find your own way. I still see when we climbed up in those trees, 12 years old, to feel the wind and watch the river run, and the sun would always shine.
There's the new tires. They got the rig jacked up. We're gonna pick up actually 7 of those. One will end up being a spare. All right, they pulled one tire off. And interesting enough, the outside ones are the nice looking ones and the inside ones are just standard old rims. So if I ever have an outside blowout, I guess the inside is bolted on too. So you just take the outside one off without messing with the inside one. But I say that like I could really get them off because they are torqued on there at 450 to 500 foot-pounds. The highest I've ever done the other ones is 140 or 150 foot-pounds, so this would take a lot of work. And then the spare is just a tire, it's not the whole rim and everything. So you still have to have somebody come out. They've got to dismount the bad tire and put the new tire on. So really, you can't do any of this yourself. You have to get roadside service to come out and do it. When I was in high school, I worked in a tire shop. Not an easy job by any means. So that's what it looks like. The airbags there. That is a big drum. So that one is getting put on right now. And if we look over on this other side, that's nice new tires. I'm gonna put my spare up inside. Now that is a torque wrench right there. Pretty interesting how that works. This is balancing beads, so they pour these in there and it's centrifugal force. It works pretty nice. I've seen some out there that are, we even did a little review at the show, that are things that go on the drums, to balance things out. According to the manager here at Southern Tire Mart, he says that he put these in his big truck and it's the best way to go as far as balancing big tires. So they don't use the weight, and that way your tires stay balanced all the time. As they wear, they still stay balanced. The other way is the ones that my other rig, I always take it into Discount Tire, but I have to take it in there about every 4,000 miles and have the tires rebalanced. And so that's kind of a hassle. So this way, once they're in there, it's going, it's balanced. The only time you ever go back to the tire shop is if you have an issue. So those are the beads.
Peel the weights off, maybe that'll help. You had weights on both of them.
On both of the fronts?
Yep.
But the backs were fine, huh?
Yeah. Well, look at here, here's the weights that you had on there.
Oh.
So you got that, plus 10 ounces, they're gonna fight each other.
So what he was saying was those rims, the front ones here, had weights on the actual rim, and they had beads in the tires, so they're just fighting each other. So they're taking all that off, so just be the beads. Tires ready to be mounted. It's the last one on the rig. Oh. How come those tires back there are flat?
What the?
That's not a good sign. All right, so just a small issue back there. The valve stems weren't onto the rim correctly and they were leaking. But everything's been double checked now and we are looking good. Well, we are done. Everything is finished. Got the invoice here in hand. Came out to $3,500. So that's actually 7 new tires. 6 of them mounted. The 7th one is in the storage bay in case I ever need it. So I think we're good, and we got balance beads in all the tires, so we should be good. We're gonna go do a little test drive to see how that works.
River's gonna cry when you're gone. It's gonna cry, it's gonna cry. River's gonna cry when you're gone.
Well, we're parked right back there, but I don't think the motorhome's going to get through that driveway. Or at least we're not going to take a chance.
This place where we grew up, this old town, just leave it all behind. The river's gonna cry when you're gone.
Wow, that was quite a bit of work. Took a while. Let's see, it's now what, 2 o'clock. I was there at 10, so about 4 hours. That's hard work. They did it all. I was just watching. So I guess they broke in because now we've driven on the dirt road coming out here where we're parked here in Quartzsite and kicked up all that dust. I tell you, 6 wheels on the ground. These big old wheels really does kick up a lot of dirt. So anyway, they're done. They're brand new. So we are good and pretty happy with it. Seem to drive down the freeway really nice. So we'll just keep an eye on it. So we do have to, within 100 miles, we got to go back to another Southern Tire Mart to have the tires checked. There was a few little issues here and there. The guys are, some of them are just new and they're learning how to do the job and everything. But these guys, the manager is really good. And he went the extra mile to make sure that I was happy and made sure everything was correct and done right and everything. So they did a good job. This was Southern Tire Mart here in Quartzsite, Arizona. So anyway, with that said, this is done. That's now the question is, did I make the right choice by going to 255 70 22.5 tires? So these are Toyos. The ones that were on here before were a mismatch, you know, it's just all weird ones. So anyway, this is all the same. I've heard a lot of good reports of Toyo. The 255 was something that's readily available, and so that's why I chose to go that way. It's about a ½ an inch skinnier so than the other tire that I have or had. So is that going to make a difference? You know, did I make a mistake? I guess time is only going to tell, you know, and, you know, so I'd like to know what your thoughts are on that. You know, how do you get that stuff all figured out? You know, you talk to different tire guys and they all have different opinions and things, and the internet has a lot of opinions. So anyway, with that said, the job is done anyway, so we have new tires. Now it's time that we move on. We're going to be taking Bella here down to Yuma to store Bella for a month while we take Beulah up to Utah to you know, check in with a family. Our daughter just had a baby, so we're now grandparents for the first time, so we got to go up there. But it's February and it's dang cold in Salt Lake, 20 degrees at night. So anyway, we got to work that out. But we'll be up there for a month, and then we're going to store Beulah up there and come back down here and pick up Bella to continue our spring travels. But for now, at least we have the tires, and that's what was important. You know, what we started off with had some issues. I didn't want to drive anymore with those. So Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Thanks for coming along, and we'll just plan on seeing you down the road somewhere, and if not, then on our next video. So you guys take care. Bye.